Good morning, students. Today, we are going to learn about a very important topic, one that you will use every day in your future careers. The topic is business communication.
Now, this might sound like a very big and serious topic, but don't you worry, it is not difficult at all. I will explain in simple words. It is just about how people talk and share ideas in a professional place, like an office.
All right, so to understand business communication, we first need to understand the main word, and that word is communication. What does it actually mean? Let's take a look. This is our very first step.
Now, the book gives us this definition. Communication is the imparting or exchanging of information by speaking, writing, or using some other medium. I know, these are very big words, but don't worry, I will break it down for you.
Students, listen carefully. Simply put, communication is just sending and receiving information. That's it. Let us take one example. When you ask me a question in class, you are sending information to me. When I listen and give you an answer, I am receiving your information and then sending my information back to you. Simple, no?
Okay, now we all know what communication is, so let's look at the different ways we can communicate. We will start with the written methods, that is, when we write our message down. We will discuss two very common types, letters and emails.
First, we have the letter. All of you have seen a letter, correct? It is a formal, written message that we send through the post office. Just think, when you have to take leave from school, your parents write a leave application to the principal. That application is a perfect example of a formal letter. The second method is the email. Email is very common nowadays. An email is basically an electronic message, like an electronic letter, that we can send using a computer or even our mobile phone. Many of you send your homework and projects to your teachers using email, isn't it?
Now, I have a question for all of you. Think carefully. Is an email a formal method or an informal one? This is where many students get confused, so listen. The answer is, it can be both. You see, when you write an email to your teacher or to the principal, it must be formal. But if you write an email to your friend, that can be informal. You must remember this.
So let's compare them. What is the difference? The biggest difference you see is speed. A letter is very slow. It can take many days to reach. But an email, it is instant. It reaches in just a few seconds. Also, a letter is almost always very formal, but an email's formality can change. So remember, email is much faster. Very good. So we have finished the written methods. Now let's talk about the spoken methods. This is when we use our voice to speak directly to someone. Our third method is the telephone. I am sure everyone has used a telephone or a mobile phone. It is a simple two-way spoken conversation over a distance. Let us take one example. You call your friend in the evening and ask, "What homework did ma'am give in maths today?" That conversation is telephone communication. And the fourth method is video conferencing. You all are very familiar with this one. Remember your online classes? You could see me and hear me, and I could see and hear all of you. That is video conferencing. It is a live, visual conversation using the internet. So, what is the difference between these two spoken methods? This is very important. On the telephone, you can only hear the other person's voice. You cannot see their face or their expressions. But in a video conference, you can see and hear them. You can see if they are smiling or if they are serious. This is called body language, and it makes the conversation feel much more personal. Kindly note this point.
Okay, students, we have learned a lot today. Now, it is time for a quick revision to summarize everything. Please pay full attention. This next slide is very important for your exams.
Look here at this table. It's a perfect summary. I suggest you write this down in your notebooks. Let's go through it. First, the letter. It is slow, but you get a physical copy, so it's best for formal documents. Next is email. It's instant. You have a digital record, and it's great for quick official messages. Then, the telephone. Also instant, but keeping a record is difficult, so it is best for urgent talks. And finally, video. It's instant, you can record it, and it's perfect for team meetings where seeing everyone is important. All right, before we finish, I have one last question for you to think about. When you all grow up and get jobs, which of these methods do you think you will use the most? Just think about it. So students, today we learned about the 4 main methods of business communication: letter, email, telephone, and video conferencing. Please revise this at home. That is all for today.
नमस्कार। क्या आप स्कूल में नौकरी ढूंढ रहे हैं लेकिन सही वैकेंसी की जानकारी आपको समय पर नहीं मिलती? और अगर आप एक स्कूल चला रहे हैं तो क्या आपको भी योग्य और भरोसेमंद स्टाफ ढूंढने में परेशानी होती है? आज यही समस्या हजारों लोगों और स्कूलों के सामने है। दोनों को एक दूसरे की जरूरत है, लेकिन फिर भी दोनों एक दूसरे तक पहुंच नहीं पाते। यही समस्या हमने देखी और इसी से जन्म हुआ schoolcareer.in का। यह एक ऐसा ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म है जहां स्कूल अपनी वैकेंसी पोस्ट कर सकते हैं और उम्मीदवार सीधे उन नौकरियों के लिए आवेदन कर सकते हैं। यहां केवल टीचर्स ही नहीं बल्कि स्कूल से जुड़े कई पदों के अवसर उपलब्ध हैं, जैसे ऑफिस स्टाफ, कंप्यूटर ऑपरेटर, अकाउंटेंट, लाइब्रेरियन और अन्य पद। हमारा लक्ष्य है स्कूलों और योग्य उम्मीदवारों को एक ही मंच पर जोड़ना। अगर आप स्कूल में अपना करियर बनाना चाहते हैं या अपने स्कूल के लिए बेहतरीन स्टाफ ढूंढना चाहते हैं तो आज ही विजिट कीजिए www.schoolcareer.in।
क्या आप एक योग्य शिक्षक हैं जो सही मंच की तलाश में हैं, या एक स्कूल जिसे जरूरत है बेहतरीन टैलेंट की? रास्ते बहुत हैं लेकिन सही मंजिल सिर्फ एक। प्रस्तुत है schoolcareer.in।
बंद दरवाजों को अब तुम छोड़ दो, उम्मीदों की नई राहें अब जोड़ लो। न भटकना है ना रुकना है अब कहीं, तुम्हारी मंजिल का पता है बस यही। स्कूल को चाहिए टैलेंट और आपको चाहिए ग्रोथ। यहाँ खत्म होती है आपकी हर वो हो खोज। प्रिंसिपल हो या टीचर, एडमिन हो या कोच, बदलो अपनी दुनिया, बदलो अपनी सोच। हजारों मौके लाखों उम्मीदें यहाँ जुड़ती है, तरक्की की राहें अब आपकी ओर मुड़ती है। बस एक क्लिक और करियर है सेट। schoolcareer.in है आपका सच्चा मददगार। schoolcareer.in सपनों को सच बनाएंगे। schoolcareer.in बेहतर कल सजाएंगे। स्कूलों की दुनिया करियर का है ये द्वार। सफलता चूमेगी कदम, अब होगा बेड़ा पार। schoolcareer.in लिखो सफलता की नई कहानी, बदलो अपनी तकदीर पुरानी। सपनों को अब पंख लगाओ। schoolcareer.in पर अपनी राह बनाओ। आज ही जुड़े, आज ही भागे। schoolcareer.in जहां शिक्षा और करियर